Okay, let's kind of go back one step. How was sleeping for our ancestors usually? What were the conditions? What was going on? What were some common things that we can think back to our ancestors of many, many generations ago? What was the prominent things that that had to do with sleep? Why would that be? Yeah, they didn't have electricity to keep them up all night long. So when the sun went down, nothing to do. Okay, you sit around the fire for a while, I guess, because there was no electricity prior to the early 1900s, correct? There was no such thing as electricity and light prior to early 1900s. So they depended on fire. Now, again, this is one of those things that we have to think, if that's what they did regularly, it's probably something we should consider is good for us in general. So, Ben Franklin was correct, yes? Early to bed. We are not designed to be up till 3 in the morning. We are not. It's not in our DNA, it's not in our biology to be up all night. Okay, so that's one thing. What else? What else was common to people of previous generations? Okay, they were active. And probably where were they when they were working hard? They were outside. They weren't. There was no light to be near. Man, we could talk about these artificial lights. There's some people who are saying maybe this is one of the biggest problems of all, is just these artificial lights that nobody, it's kind of like nutrition when you have aspartame. Nobody's ever, prior to, the last 50 years, that substance has never been inside a human, so it doesn't know how to handle it. Similarly, we've never had these kind of lights, these LED lights or these fluorescent lights. It's never been a part of us. But being outside always has. And that's why people who, I've got this book I'm reading right now called Why We Sleep. It's a big, thick book, and it's just research, crazy research on sleep. The people who are studying this say you should spend at least a half hour a day outside with as much skin exposed to the sun as possible and as early in the day as possible. For the very reason that, for the one reason that you're exposing your body early to blue light. Now, late in the day, what kind of light was the predominant light? What is the predominant light besides what we have here? What color is it? What? It's red. It's more red. And because, if you think about it, what was the light that they had present back then? All they had was fire, correct? So kind of that color should be the color, if you want to really hack your sleeping a lot. That's the kind of color we should have as we're ending the day in our lights. I know guys who their houses, they're kind of smart houses, and they say, okay, turn on the evening lights and everything turns to a different hue. Or we see people now wearing these goggles, these glasses that look orange, so it blocks all of the blue light.